Was up till 4 a.m. this morning, as per usual. On garden line in the jackyard, basically grinding pumpkins for Shorbs and Gold Plat. And then I went to bed. I didn't get up till 4:15 p.m. So, oh my God, honestly. Anyway, I'm doing the soup today. It's November the 5th. It's bonfire night, and it's not like it used to be. Last year was the same. It's just as bad. This year, all these people on Facebook, they basically destroyed November the 5th. Can't hear nothing out there. Maybe the occasional bang, that's it. It's not like it used to be. 1991 was fantastic, and the fireworks, we don't get November the 5th fireworks so much now. Anyway, we're going to turn it round and take a look what we got that's going in the pot. Hello, November the 5th. Yeah, not really hearing much here in the UK. There's too much frowning, I suppose, about the cats and the dogs, so they don't do it now. I mean, they can't get away with it on New Year's Eve, but same as last year, next to nothing. Anyway, we'll swing it round. How Hermione? Yeah, we're making the pumpkin soup again. I haven't even started the onions, and I've still got to squeeze the garlic. Oh, but will we have enough room in the pot? I'm actually not sure. Might actually have to make 2 different batches. I don't know, because I've got a lot this time, and unless it actually just all mushes down, well, what we got. We got the garlic. I haven't pressed it yet. We've got some tomatoes. Yeah. We've got bell peppers, capsicum bell peppers, and we got 2 green chilies with most of the seeds taken out. We've got a red chili as well, and basically I've already kept the seed for a lot of this, all the seeds in there. It's the same with the pumpkins, or the gourds and the pumpkins, but that's different ones. And we've got the seeds out in a normal pumpkin here. They're not massive, but right, we have a small white gourd, which is quite nice. It's quite nutty. We've got jack-o'-lantern pumpkin guts. You can see I've scraped that out. We've got another pumpkin here, which was frozen from last year. So we've got 3 different types of pumpkin and a gourd. Lots of celery. And we've got potato. We've got a lot of potato this time. I've not started the onions yet. I'm going to do the garlic first, then work on the onion and put them straight into the pot on top of the butter to start it off. And I've already cut the cabanossi up. I've used that before in another video, the cabanossi. And we've got some chicken too. So yeah, there's a couple of other big potatoes, but I'm gonna bake them. They're in the bag. These are not grown by me. These are in the bag, and I basically saved them for jacket potato. There's some more potatoes in there, and I've saved them in case I can get them to grow next year. Also got the anchovy fillets, so they'll probably go in later. But yeah, it's been in there about a year. It may even have been in there 2 years, but I've finally got all the rind off of it and put it in. It's quite a sweet one. It's like a turban pumpkin, so it's quite sweet. But yeah, that's about it, I think. Just a case of doing the garlic, pressing the garlic, and then doing the onions and putting it into the butter. So I think we're going to get underway. The only thing is, do I have the room for all this? I might have to do 2 separate batches. So may not be room for pasta. So I'm going to try and put it up here without accidentally cutting myself off. And I'm well renowned for doing that, setting up camera and cutting myself off. I think we're there. Right, now it's just a case of raising it and rotating, and we are there. So here we go. Maybe I can lift it up a bit more because I don't really need to see my legs. So DJ's back in the kitchen with this year's pumpkin. You can see that I've taken the majority, well, not all of it. I mean, I could probably get more out of this standard jack-o'-lantern, to be honest, but it's a lot of work, to be honest. And I was scraping it with a scraper, Halloween scraper. Anyway, we're going to start with the garlic, and once the garlic's done, it'll be these onions, and they've been in the fridge for quite some time as well, so I'm just going to squeeze and press this garlic straight into the pot, basically. But I don't think I'm going to be able to see comments unless I look up the list again. And to be honest, I needed a little bit more garlic, but I planted quite a bit of the garlic. Well, I planted some of the garlic at the old flat where the batch of potatoes were. I dug up at least a month's worth of potatoes for a family of 6, and then I planted garlic after that. So you can actually plant garlic in the garden, but you have to get it in about October time. So I'm basically crushing the garlic up now. I probably could have used more, to be honest. And I haven't even started with spices and stuff. We'll have to see if I put anything in. I mean, I've got some chilies. So the chilies, I don't normally do actual chilies. So we'll have to see what it's like. I may not have to. I might put some garam masala in, that's about it. But I don't think I'll have to put anything else in. And there's a possibility I won't have the room for pasta, because last year or the last couple of years I've actually added pasta to the mix. Of course, after this I'm going to have to wash my fingers because the garlic's quite slimy. Oh. But I've got the camera or the phone on the tripod. I don't know what the sound's like. About 4 or 5 days ago, I literally got a flipping needle and put it into one of the holes on the phone. I think one of the holes for the microphone was completely blocked with dirt. But then again, I'm a filthy man anyway, so. But I don't know what the sound's like. I have done recordings since, and when I played it back over the stereo at the old flat, it seems to be okay. Or maybe one side it's still a bit weak. The sound seems a bit weak on one side still. But you'll have to let me know what the sound's like. I'll check it in the chat in a minute. It's just that I'm doing this garlic. Yeah, could have done with a bit more garlic really, but I think that's gonna do. I actually lost some of it. Yeah, I'm a bit lacking in the garlic department, to be honest. We've already got butter in there. I can't really get much more out of that. It's very slimy, that garlic. Right, let's see if anyone has said anything on chat. Seem to have a thumbs up. That might be something to do with the sound. The sound might be all right. Unless I mumble. Well, that comes with being autistic, really. The mumbling monotone voice. I do try, but it's taken me about 20 years of training and therapy to actually get this far, to be honest. These onions are actually a little bit old, so I'm not sure what they're going to be like. Might just be a bit on the dry side. They are a bit on the dry side, but I might only be able to take the hearts out of them. Yeah. Onions are slightly older than I would have liked, but they're usable. They are usable. The top half seems to have gone a little bit in the soft department. All right, I won't be able to use the whole of it, but then again, I've got so much ingredient anyway that I think that's probably going to be enough, to be honest. Where's the other one? You know, I did have a second onion and I've already lost it. That is, oh, it's there. Oh, back again. And nothing's coming up now. I'm pressing it, but nothing's coming up. That's weird. Unfortunately, where is it? I don't think it is that I'm mumbling, it's my actual voice, and I'm not feeling 100% as usual again, and the nerves do affect my speech a bit. See what this one's like. This one's a bit better. Cut the bottom off. Yeah, this one's slightly better. But as I said, I've already got so much, well, here that I don't think I need all of it. Right. It's just a case of, and it's not affecting the eyes at the moment. Maybe not until I start cutting it. So I'm basically slicing this up now. As you know, I very rarely cook for myself. It's not that I can't cook. I can. It's just that a lot of the time I don't feel well enough or have the concentration to actually do it. But I literally have to roll my up and Kevin Bradley from Riff Raffs. Yes, Kevin, you caught me doing a live. I'm basically making pumpkin and vegetable soup, and I've got some chicken and salami, cabanossi salami. And I'm just cutting up the onions, and I'm not affected by them at the moment. I can smell it, but I think they're only just starting to pong a little. Well, that's them already done. I'm already done with the onions, so it's just putting the garlic and the onions in. Aha! Look who we have here. We have a spanner. Yes, Kevin. Kevin's one of the fellas from Riff Ravs. Hello, Rovnaimi. Great to see you again. Hello, Kevin. I know it's just not fun to make food for myself, but when you're actually on your own, you don't have anyone, you haven't got no choice. So anyway, basically there's some butter in there. We've already put the butter in, and now the garlic's in with it. There's not really enough garlic, to be honest. I should have got more garlic. And now we're going to put the onion in. I'm going to heat up well, I thought I was going to heat up a bit of water, but I don't have a room for a kettle. I'll have to make room for a kettle. Right. Anyway, we'll put the onions in. So garlic and onions. And then after I've added the water, because I need the butter to get the onions and the garlic going, but I haven't got a separate pot for the potatoes. So after the onions and garlic are done, I'm literally going to top it with a bit of water and then put the potatoes in, and hopefully it will work, because I'm not sure if it's going to work in that order. I should have had at least 3 pots, but I've got some mussels for another day and I had to thaw out the mussels. So it might be a struggle today to fit it all in. Guy Fawkes night, yeah, not really much going on again. The same as last year. It's very quiet, very quiet. But then again, there's so many people that worry about their cats and dogs and go on about it on Facebook. I'm not surprised that there's no fireworks anymore November the 5th. I think they tend to just wait until the new year. And a part of that is that people just can't afford fireworks anymore. The average person can't afford to have fireworks. They're too expensive. Anyway, I'm going to heat the water up now. A little bit too much. I know you say it's not fun for making food with just yourself, but like I said, when you're totally on your own, apart from cats. Yeah, I know, but it's not all cats and dogs. My Ismaflorine, Fermium, all my animals have never really cared, because if I don't show fear and anxiety, they won't. They mirror me. Ismaflorine literally just looks up and then just goes back to normal, starts snoozing on me again. Have to wait for the kettle. Fitting it in is going to be the issue. Wildlife, yeah, but the thing is, we've had fireworks for over 100 years. It's like tradition. Yeah, makes sense. But then again, your dog's not all that well, Louise. Anyway, thanks for joining me. We're back in the kitchen. I'm boiling water, so I'm trying to be next to the microphone. I've got to wait for the water to boil. Right, let's get doing this onions and garlic. It doesn't need to be boiling hot in the end, but because it's going into the pot. It is, yeah. It's not just veg though, but I've got a lot there. I'm worried I'm not going to have a room for it in the pot, to be honest. turn it down. Because I don't really want it too high, to be honest. And I don't have to worry about boiling the kettle again, thankfully. Although I paid a lot of money for that kettle and it does leak from the day go, which is a bit annoying. It wasn't cheap, that kettle. But I've only put the butter in here because I don't want the onion and garlic to burn, basically. The water's done now. And now I'm going to half the heat again. Oh. Iron Duke, my pug Frankenstein, sleeps for anything. Not a good watchdog though. Hello. Hello, Iron Duke. Soup in the freezer, always a blessing. Up in riff-raffs. No, I'm not really about there all the time at the moment. Maybe tomorrow. I might pop down there tomorrow. Season for soup, it sure is. Right, now I want to get the water in quick because it's starting to change. And then we go straight for the potato. And turn it back up again. Right, that's all the water basically. That's... now we basically shovel the potato in. You've got to be careful because I just put boiling hot water in. Very careful. I should have a separate, at least 3, but unfortunately I don't have 3 pans right now. I'm going to have to make do with just the 2. Now the onions are getting to my eyes, probably because the water's thrown it all up into the air, and now it's in the eyes. I'm not going to put the extractor fan on though. Hello, Iron Duke. Thanks for coming. And we still got Kevin. Oh dear. French onion soup. Yum. Right. Yeah, unfortunately I've got to wait for this potato to get going, and it's going to be a little while. I've got to wait for this to boil up again, and then after the potatoes have finally started to heat up, then I'll start adding all the other ingredients basically. My Florine has just turned up. Oh, it's the old girl. The grumpy old girl. Who's a grumpy old girl? Yeah, you. Yeah, you're very jealous of Firmin, aren't you? Every time he comes, you're very jealous. 16 now, this old girl. 16. And she still acts like a kitten. Still acts like a kitten. Kibby. Yeah, and there's my Florine. Yeah, I had Firmin here for at least 2 to 3 nights. They get on all right. Esma pretty much tolerates him, but the thing is, because he's so young, he wants to play, and he has that look in his eye that's it's not quite play, it's more like a slight torment, and it's a bit annoying really. But yeah, it's possible to have them both in the same flat. It's just that Firmin can be a bit of a toe rag, and Esma's not really that tolerant of it, to be honest. But I'm glad I've got both still. Right, this is starting to boil up now already, but I'm still going to need more time before I put these other veg in, basically. And this is really going to fill it up. I'm thinking that I should just have the room, to be honest. Or maybe I should just fill this one up with everything and then tip from this. I don't know. That's the problem with it already being boiled up, and then you've got to add more ingredients. Because that one on the right, that is way too big for me to start doing just pasta. The smaller one's taken up, so I'm not going to do pasta in just a massive bloody thing like that. Kibble on sausage 16. Yeah, she still looks like a flipping kitten. She don't act like one though. She's grumpy as hell. And yet she's very friendly now. She's very clingy, very friendly. I can literally be in bed in the morning or even at night, and if I turn over in the bed, Esma will want to be the side where my face is. So I'll turn over in bed and she'll move to the side where my face is. And the more I normally turn over about 2 or 3 times, and she will move to the face side. It's weird. And headbutting as well. She does like a good headbutt. But one thing I've noticed recently, Firmin, he does like a nice kiss. But I think that's food related, because I have a hiatus hernia. Sometimes I might bring a tiny bit of chicken up and go, and he'll pick it up. So he'll see me chewing, and then he'll be all like this. He'll come up to my face and he'll start kissing. And that's Firmium. Oh. Yeah. She's tiny as well. Esma's absolutely tiny. She's half the size as a normal cat, you know. I mean, she was the runt of the litter, so it makes sense. From 2009, about August 2009. But I still have to boil this potato up. The onion and the garlic were in butter, just came on automatically. It must be the moisture in the air. So now the extractor fans come on. Hopefully it's not too loud. But these phones are very very sensitive. You have to let me. Well, there's nothing I can do if it's too loud, to be honest. But the extractor fans come on. You off, Hermine? And Rove Many is AFK. Yeah, yeah. Firmium is he is a big softy. He is a big softy, and he's massive. He's lanky. He's got these long, chunky legs, and he's quite a tall, lanky cat. He's skinny, but he is a big softy, definitely. Also, I've got to find a bowl. I'm hoping that I've even got a bowl, because the cleaner keeps moving stuff and it's going to make things even tougher if I don't even have anything to eat it out of, which is a possibility. Oh, it's not looking good. I may not even have anything to eat it out of because of the cleaner moving shit around. No, nothing in the microwave. Not in the lower cupboard. This is the problem when you have cleaners, because you can't really do this stuff for yourself. It's sad really, but it's just the way it is. So I may end up cooking it and not have anything to eat it out of, basically. Her mind's still here. Yeah, be interesting if I can actually find anything to eat it out of. Maybe even this this pot here, but I don't fancy it, to be honest. Right, we'll be putting this stuff in there in a minute. But I know I'll be finishing the batch. It will be my intention to eat some of it, but it's finding something to eat it out of. And part of the chair's fallen off. Lovely. To be honest, I need to just wood glue it all together. I need to just wood glue it. Yeah. That's not really going to hold much, to be honest. I'd rather have my green bowl, but things go missing. I had a nice 1950s enamelled pie dish. That's completely vanished. I think the cleaner threw it out. Because I remember her distinctly saying in the past, oh, it's got a couple of rust patches on it. I said, I don't care about rust patches. It helps me to cook and feed myself. And now we can't find it anywhere. The cleaners from my enamel pie dish out. So, and you can't get good old day stuff like that anymore, unfortunately. This is what happens when you're codependent and you need help because you're disabled. And then people start moving things around. And my mother used to do the same thing when she came here on a Wednesday. She'd move shit around and then I'd spend weeks trying to find it all again. But I need help. I can barely look after myself half of the time. It's just my mental illness. Right, I think the potato's gonna go in. Right, and a lot of this stuff here, the tomatoes, maybe the celery, the pumpkin, it probably will release a bit of moisture as well. So now it's just a case of grabbing this stuff and adding it. Anchovies will be later. Right, tomatoes. We've got these tomatoes. I might just have to grab it. So these, obviously, they're shop bought tomatoes, and in the past I've got tomatoes from the shop and I've literally grown the seeds in the next year. So I'll get a punnet of the ones that are all different colours, and then I'll grow the tomatoes the year after. And then I've done really well for tomatoes last year, but mainly the year before, because the year before, 2024, that was the focus, and I was using the Kesting spring water just to water the tomatoes. I had some incredible tomatoes, like you'd never believe. I mean, the richness in colour and the taste of them tomatoes, because of the spring water that I used, that I got from Kesting. But that was before we'd even started on the greenhouse. So I had all them pots and recycle bins with tomatoes in, and had all them, and then we built the base of the greenhouse, and then I basically had all the plants on the concrete base. So that was before the greenhouse was even created. Right, capsicum peppers. Just got wonky peppers, that's what they call them anyway, wonky peppers. Oh, there was more garlic. Oh, it's too late now. I did actually have some more garlic. Seeing the peppers, you can see they're orange, yellow, green, they're all colours, and they call them wonky, but they're still usable. I've saved some seed. There actually was some more garlic, I didn't see it. And red pepper, capsicum. These little, literally cheapo miniature pumpkins, or gourds pumpkins. They're probably too small that you could even rind them and use them for cooking. You probably could use them for cooking, but it's going to be so much work to get into them. So I've got 4 spare capsicums. Got bay leaf as well, and I might shove a bay leaf or 2 in. Wonky peppers. I should imagine I probably did, yeah. Pumpkin soup, yeah. That's not good. I'll be able to find some of that stuff, but I have to know where to get it to you. Bon appetit, Kevin Bradley. Kevin's still here. Yeah, I did make soup last year. I've even done jam. I don't know whether you saw me making the jam. You might have seen me making the jam as well. Of course, I can't eat these, and I might end up me spitting them out in the mix. I think we'll do with that. And now we'll add something else. Right. This is going to be the pumpkin, I think, the proper pumpkin. So we're going to put the pumpkin in now. And there was a little white one. I kept the seed. It was like a little ghost pumpkin. And it was quite nice. It was quite nutty in flavour. I've saved some of the seeds. And this is going in as well. So we've got we've got jack-o'-lantern style pumpkin, and one that was frozen down, that I've had half of a pumpkin for at least a year in the ice box. So all that's going in now. And then after that it's going to be the celery. The only problem is, because this pumpkin's been in the freezer, will it soften up, or is it going to be a bit rubbery? It's all very well keeping stuff in the freezer, but I think it does affect the texture. So that's the main ingredient in anyway, the pumpkin. But it's basically a vegetable soup. It's like me making what they call big soup, my own big soup. Yeah, that's if they stay on the surface. So they stay on the surface, yeah. You were here for the jam, yeah. Pumpkin seeds. I don't remember roasting pumpkin seeds. I've done sweet chestnuts, but I won't be able to do a video of sweet chestnuts. Yeah. I mean, the bay leaf is in there. If it stays intact, I will pull it out. But it's all in here now, apart from the celery. But I've had to crinkle it up a bit because that's where the flavour comes out. Hopefully they won't break up too much, but you need to crinkle them up a bit because it's the gaps where they've snapped where all the flavour comes out. Right, celery. I'm feeling a bit, I mean, I'm like it every day, but sinuses, this is the problem, it's my sinuses. And the extractor fan's gone off. You can hear it bubbling away furiously now. So celery next. And then I'll put the chilies in. Well, it looks like we're going to have the room. And as I said, I kept two of the biggest potatoes. They seem to be a hybrid between white and pink potato, just from the shop. I'm going to hopefully make jacket potatoes out of them. I even tried earlier this year. I tried to do flipping baked apple, and it was successful. Apart from the fact it exploded all over the oven. It just went all over the base of the oven, and I didn't get to go out and get any more apples from anywhere. I just didn't have the time. I was so busy with the garden at the old flat that I didn't get to do a second video. So maybe next year I'll try again with the baked apples, and hopefully it'll be more successful. I didn't have any brown sugar either. I should have put brown sugar in. I better move this out of the way, this dream catcher. Made by Dash DC, the graffiti writer. He made the dream catcher. Dash. There's loads of veg in here. I mean, you can keep it veg if you want. I mean, I'm omnivorous, but I'm happy to eat veg alternative if need be. Oh. But yeah, it's 9:15 now, flipping it. Open up the flavour, yeah. Oh. I do have herbs as well, but I don't really know if it's particularly necessary. We've got thyme, oregano, basil, parsley, and these were given to me by Knees DPM, graffiti writer, when Knees was helping me out a few years ago. There's nothing wrong with them. They're very slowly running out. Not the basil, mainly the other three. And parsley, I normally grow parsley myself, to be honest, but Knees DPM gave me these. And it's not even worth growing parsley from seed now because it just takes too long and you're affected by germination and climate. You're better off, if you're going to grow parsley, just go to your supermarket and get the pot of parsley that's already in the pot growing, and then basically take it home, find a place to put it in compost in a bin or a pot or something like that, and stuff it straight in. You got instant parsley. You don't have to go through all the seed and all that crap. But yeah, your bay leaf is still on the top, or one of them, and it's weird because it looks like the potato's already softened up. I'll tell you what, turmeric, might shove a bit of that in there. I don't seem to have any tomato puree left. I think that's something I need to get hold of. I've run out of tomato puree. Might actually add a bit more water, but then it's not much. No, I can't. There's barely a dribble in there, but oh well. There's barely a dribble in there. Oh. Oh. I'm going to stuff a bit of turmeric in. About half a dessert spoon, maybe a bit less. Give it a bit of a richer yellow colour. And pepper, I'll get some pepper now, I think. Shove some pepper in there. These things don't really work brilliant, do they? I think they get gummed up, sort of stuck. That's a bit better. And now I might turn it down a bit because the potato's all gone. I won't turn it down much. Yeah. And then I'll just leave it to just keep boiling lightly. It's probably going to be chunky. Normally they're pretty chunky, but it will be well cooked. And I've got a bit of single cream that I'll add right at the end and stir in, basically stir in some single cream. Ah, right, these chilies. Stuff these bits of chili in, I'll cut them up a bit finer. The majority of the seeds have been taken out anyway. So these chilies will be next. And to be honest, it may be all right. I'll shove these in. There we go. And that's the green and red chili. And not hot. Well, even less so now that all the seeds are taken out. I mean, I could add pasta to it now, but it may, I don't know if it will really cook particularly evenly. I mean, it's going to be there a while. It's not really the way to do it though. But it's going to be in there a while, so I might just put some pasta in now. Basically some pasta shells. No need using anyway. And they will have the time to cook up. But it's likely that they're going to literally fall to pieces. But like I said, I may have to add a little bit more water to the mix. If I'm going to be boiling longer. And got anchovy fillets as well. I'll probably put about 3 of them in just to enhance the flavour. Plus the other stuff, which will be going in soon. Yeah, that pumpkin's breaking down. So we've got the potato and we've got the pumpkin breaking down. So this is going to be a rather thick soup. Probably a bit thicker than last year's one. The cat has returned. That's more than enough. Right, now it's just a case of letting it boil and enrich itself. Doesn't look like no one on right now. But then again, we're at a distance. You're not actually right on top of it, so you can't see it. Well, there's the bay leaf. It seems to have kept shape so far. Nom, 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 nom. Give her something to nibble on. I've not even been to the old flat to see Fermium yet. Oh, I'm going to be so hungry at the end of this, and I don't even know where the bowl is. I think I'm just going to have to buy more stuff for the kitchen, to be honest, because things have been moved or disappeared and I can't find it. There isn't really anywhere else I can look, to be honest. Can't see anything. It's just a shame that she threw that 1950s enamel pie dish out, because I really needed that, being on my own, food for one. But when you rely on other people to help you out, so vegetable pumpkin soup again, cabanossi, and there'll be chicken going in a minute, but it's already pre-cooked. And then I've got some anchovies just for a bit of body. The pasta's already gone in, and to be honest, already I can't see it. I can't see the pasta already. It's virtually invisible in that potato and pumpkin mush. This is going to be a much thicker soup, this one. I did have more potatoes, so. Oh, green bowl, green bowl, green bowl. Where art thou, green bowl? Where art thou, green bowl? So annoying. Not too bad at the moment. I know that I need a shower to get rid of all this stuff in the air, this charge, and I can only have so much stubble before it gets really annoying. But I need a shower at some point. I may very well have some kind of skin irritation that I've gained over the years. We'll have to see, but it could be other things because it comes and goes. I don't know what it is. No. She's not going to fall for it. A grumpy cat. Yeah. Oh, you grumpy cat. Wow. Wow. You grumpy cat. Hmm? You're an old girl now. Wow. Wow. Mm. Oh, Long Johnson. Here we go, grumpy cat. Making soup again. It's November the 5th and not really hearing much in the way of fireworks. It's now 9:30 at night. Not really heard much. Same as last year. Very little fireworks on November the 5th. Right, I think now chimkin. Yes, chimkin. It goes in. We'll put the chimkin in. There's not really much, there's enough for me. This is basically a self-made big soup, to be honest. It's got a bit of everything. And hopefully it'll last me about 3 days. To be honest, I could probably do these mussels, to be honest. Just cook them up. Problem is, don't really have I should get them out of the way. That's a separate meal. Should be stuff sticking on the bottom. Stirring it all up. Right, anchovy fillets. Might as well put these in now. Oh, if I can even get it open, these things ain't cheap anymore, to be honest. But then they use anchovy fillets and Worcester sauce traditionally to cover up the taste of bad food anyway, bad meat. That's why they use these foods, to cover that stuff up. Maybe not so much these days, but I think that's pretty much why Worcester sauce was created. One for the cat. And that is about it. I'll shove him there for now. You know what, we'll end up just eating my soup out of the pumpkin in the end. You know what, it may actually come to that. Oh boy. I may just end up eating it out of the pumpkin for lack of suitable kitchenware. Oh, cleaners, other people. I may end up just eating it out of that. Got no choice. Now I might be able to turn it down a bit again. Yeah, turn it down a bit more. It's still boiling up. Even a ladle was something I don't really have. Maybe that's a bit too much. Well, the pasta's already done. Oh, I might start on the mussels actually for a separate meal. They need doing. Ugh. Funny thing is, my parents were both allergic to these, and I'm soon to be allergic to them as well. I don't think so, but I guess if they're thoroughly cooked. But my parents went on holiday before I was born. They went on holiday and they had a bad experience with food poisoning because of mussels. So far I've not had the same issue. Have to put some garam masala spice in, definitely. And normally do put some garam masala in. Move this big one out the way, nothing wrong with it. Someone deliberately tried to damage it. They literally put it on the floor, stamped on one of the handles. You know what people are like, if I can't have it, no one else can. But luckily I managed to bend the handle back again, even though the welding had gone half on it. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that people, if they throw something out, they don't want no one else to have it, so they do their best to destroy it. Right. That is enough water. I'm a bit wobbly right now. Oh, it might have to be. There we go. So I've actually got some mussels on now at the same time for a different meal. And stick some of the garam masala in there as well. Spices. Things are still getting stuck to the bottom and it's a bit annoying, to be honest. I can feel it on the bottom. It's not smooth. But it's almost there now anyway, so I'm just going to turn that off. Yeah. Salt. Put some with the mussel. We've got lemon. I'm sure we've got lemon here somewhere. Oh, I did have lemon somewhere. I know I got that, but I had a bottle. Yeah, I need to use this. I'll put that in with the mussels. I don't have any wine, I'm afraid. Would have been nice to put a bit of white wine in there as well, but I don't have any, sadly. And I don't really know what else I can put in with mussels, to be honest. They're New Zealand green shell, so they're quite big ones. Oh, have I still got to turn this down? Oh, that's stupid. To be honest, I think the soup is pretty much finished. Right, where's this bay leaf? There's one. There's two. And three. I think that is it. It's just on the heat now. It's not really going to boil too much. It's just on the heat, simmering. I really need that to start boiling, to be honest. But yeah, DJ back in the kitchen. Basically, this autumn's pumpkin soup is pumpkin, mixed vegetable, basically. There's a bit of cabanossi, salami in there, and some chicken. There's a little bit more potato. Didn't really have as much garlic. I found the garlic too late. Not so much onion, but we've got a lot of celery, 3 different types of pumpkin and squash, small amounts, and peppers, and there's actually some proper chilies in there, but I took all the seeds out, and it's just doing its boil thing really. It's just bubbling over. It's bubbling over, that's about it. Here's my florinis down here. November the 5th. We've had, same as last year, pretty much hardly any fireworks. But it's just the way it is in this country now. And even at the new year, you don't really hear so much now. I think the peak for fireworks was 1991, because I think that was when everybody was at their richest in the UK, the British people, 91. Because I remember being at the back of Black Horse Lane overlooking Woodside School, and I was literally standing on the wooden balcony, and the fireworks were absolutely incredible in 91. And then by the start of the Gulf War, and then 93, by 93 it all started to go to pants really. So we've gradually got less and less fireworks. And it's the same as last year, I've heard virtually no fireworks tonight or last year the same day. It's a shame really, but it's just the way it is. They're all going for drone shows now, ultra modern drone shows. Yeah. I've got a bit in there, just not really enough. But I found it too late. I was wondering where it was or if I still had it, and it was just too late. I've got a couple of a couple of lumps of garlic here, but I've actually got some mussels going now for a separate meal. I've added some lemon and some salt, but unfortunately I don't have any white wine or anything like that. For Moules Marnier, I don't have anything for Moules Marnier. But I think I'm just going to end up eating it at the bloody pumpkin at this rate, because I can't find my big green bowl. I've got that, but that's not going to hold nothing. It's literally going to hold nothing. And I don't know where my pie dish is. I'm pretty sure that the cleaner threw it out because it had a couple of tiny rust spots on it. And I told her not to throw it out, but I think she has eventually anyway, which is annoying because I use that to cook meals for one, small stuff that I put in the oven, and now it's gone and you can't get good old days stuff like that anymore. But the heat has been turned right down now, right down. And it's pretty much done, to be honest. That soup, pretty much finished. I'll put a little bit of pasta in there, and by now it's probably broken up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Use the pumpkin. History thing on the BBC. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the pumpkin. It's a shame. I'll have a look at the old's flat and see if I actually cooked something here and then took the green bowl in the bag to the old's flat. It's not impossible. I might have actually taken it there. I need a shower because the positivity in the air. I need to earth myself. I don't think I can be doing it today. A bit worrying that I haven't seen Fermium today. Normally I see him every day. But is it gonna literally be a day without me seeing Fermium? Oh dear. I don't like the idea of it, to be honest. Because normally I'm there at least every day to see Fermium and give him cuddles and feed him up. But I didn't get up till 4:15 p.m. I don't know why. I was up early in the morning, but normally I'll be up long before that, at least midday, but I didn't get up till 4:15. I don't know why. And I've been well behind. I want to make sure these mussels are cooked up nice. problem is, what else can I add to them? I don't know if I've got anything. I'm not really... I normally get the ones that are already buttered, to be honest. But I can't really just add butter to something like that. I might just put a stock cube in. I've got a Chimkin stock cube. There's not really much I can add to this, to be honest. Well, I can't think of anything. I might be able to add herbs, and that's about it. I might add some herbs, but I need to keep the mushrooms basic. Oregano. Just adding a few herbs, and I think that will have to do. Maybe when I take them out, I can separate them from the shells, not the shells, sorry. Separate them from the shells, and then put them in another pot, and then add butter to it that way. But I need to make sure that these are cooked enough. Again, no water when I need it. I am a bit wobbly right now. I know that having a shower and earthing myself will help that, but the shower in the gaff doesn't work, the pump doesn't suck, and I don't want to go through it, but it's just another case of degrading civilization. It's going to be very hard to have the shower repaired here because of my Keyring Network social worker, Croydon Council, have told him, oh, not allowed to see me now, I've got to go to a hub to meet people to ask for help. It's just part of the control, basically. So it's going to be very, very hard for me to get that sorted. I'm going to have to open the window. I'm going to have to open the window because I need fresh air. Oh, and the front door as well. I need fresh air, for crying out loud. Yeah, this is done. Right, the soup is done. Front left off. Just leave it a couple of minutes. And then I'll just add a little bit of cream to it, and then I'll serve it up. I don't have a ladle though. It's not something I've ever had. But yeah, my head. It's mainly my sinuses are playing me up. Up to 1 hour 25 minutes. Right. That is very thick. It's a very thick soup this year. Very thick. There was a bit more potato and the pumpkin broke right down and mixed up. Cream. And that is it. That is it. What's this here? Salad dressing, French salad dressing. It looks like we found our mussel accompaniment. Yes, we have. Although it might be a better idea to do that later. Need a separate pot, need a separate pot. Don't really have one. Too small. I need a bigger one than that. Oh dear. Oh, things have gone missing. I'm sure things have gone missing. There's that one there, but I'm using it for compost. In a bit of a pickle really, because I've not got enough pots and pans. And then again, I've got this wok and a saucepan, but it's full of seeds. See my problem? I'm just using everything. I'm using everything. I might have to use this big one. Oh, what a pain. There's no room in this kitchen. Right, that is that. That is very thick. That soup is very thick. My God, that is a gluteus maximus. That. Good grief. Can I strain out the liquid from them mussels? No, because I need another separate pot or pan. Help! Help! I need about 5 pots and pans. I don't have it. I might just have to tip that into the big one. Anyway, we're done as far as the soup is concerned. So, let's see how much of a mess I can make. Hopefully a big one. No ladle. Oh dear. It's very thick. Oh my God, that's thick. Stupidly thick. And it's hot. Oh. And heavy. There's two days more worth in there. Oh dear, right. Oh, I'll have to take you off the stand, I think. Oh. We're free. Oh, right. Look how thick that is. Unbelievable. It's got everything in there, and you saw all the veg and everything right at the beginning. Lots of different colour veg. Potatoes are broken down, the pumpkin is totally broken down, that's mixed with the potatoes. There is pasta in there somewhere. Whether it kept its shape or not, I don't know. I think it has, but there's at least 2 more days worth in there. And here's tonight's. That is a lot of soup to keep me going tonight. And as you can see, these mussels are going for a separate meal. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour the water off into that one, and then I'm going to leave them to cool down, and then I'll take the mussel meat out, and then I'll mix it with this French dressing. I've got this French dressing left, and I'm just going to mix it with that. So yeah, that's the soup done. Hopefully I've got 3 portions worth of soup in there. Where's the lid? Hang on. That's that. Oh. And that's another project I'm working on now. Oh, well, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Could have been worse, I guess. It could have been even longer. But yeah, DJ Puff has been in the kitchen again. You can hear the mussels are still going. I'm going to turn them off and pour the liquid into the other one. And then when it's all cooled down, then I'll take the mussel meat, and then I'll mix it with that French dressing. Anyway, that's basically the vegetable pumpkin soup with a bit of chicken and cabanossi in there, everything in there. I even put a couple of red and green chilies, capsicum pepper, not quite enough garlic, and not really enough onion because they're a bit old and I could only use half of one and 3/4 of another. But it's all in there. Tomatoes, I put tomatoes in there as well. Celery, lots of celery. The celery probably broke down as well as the potato and the pumpkin. It's very glutinous and very thick, this batch. Anyway, that is just about it. I'm going to stop it here because I need to turn these mussels off, and then they will need to cool down. You can see the water running off the wall on my Xenoff piece. There's literally water running off the wall on that Xenoff piece. It's so humid in here. Cords KC 2009 Xenoff. And we're ending with Esma. Well, thanks for joining me. This live will eventually process and go up, so you'll be able to watch it again. You did see the ingredients. You don't have to do the exact same ingredients. I've done pretty much the same last year. I might even have done pumpkin soup 3 times by now. But yeah, we're going to end it here. Thanks for joining me. And give us a thumb up if you like. And we'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully the sound has been alright, because as I said, I literally put a needle in one end of my phone and it seemed to be blocked. But if it's not perfect, it's a lot better. So we'll soon find out when the video goes up on playback. But I think it is slightly better. I think there's still probably crud in there somewhere. But anyway, thanks, Hermine especially, and was it Iron Duke, and yeah, and we had Kevin from Riff Raffs, and we had Rover Naomi, who's Louise. She's the mod. She's good. She's helped me out a lot. She was on Daily Iceland 2021 live stream for Fagrodfjall, and she has visited Dr. Fox a few times, but not much. So we've had at least 4 people chatting. Thank you very much, everyone. I think I'm gonna end it here though, because I need to turn these muscles off while I've done that, and I need to eat some soup. I'm hungry. Thanks, Hermione. I've got to move. I've got to literally move. Sorry, I had Shazam in the way.